Hey guys, how are you doing? We are just about to start our Q&A about the application process for Generation 19. We hope to answer all the questions you may have about the application process so far. So we're going to have a great time here answering your questions and letting you know a little bit about Startup Chile and what you can expect from our program. Um, so let's start with the dates. Remember, you have until September 5th to submit your application. The application process is going to close at 5 p.m. Chile time. That's at GMT minus 3. So take that into consideration when submitting your application. Of course, we recommend you not to wait until the last day to submit the application, but as we know you already do that, is that we think that it's very important that you consider that when submitting your application. The program, it's going to start a little later. We are going to give the results in September. We receive a lot of applications every time we have an open call, so you must take that into consideration. The results will be announced in December, and then the program is going to start in February. So let's see the timeline. In the meantime, you can just start asking questions. We hope we can answer all the doubts you might have about the application, the different questions, or if you want to know more about our program, we'll happy to answer that too. So start asking questions. We'll be here for some time to help you with all the inquiries. So let's go to the timeline. As you can see, the program the application process for the program is going to start in September 5th, as I just said. And then the results will be released in December, so you can start the program in February. The exact date is February 5th, so add that into your calendar, and then the program is going to be 6 months, 7 months approximately until September 2018. So a lot of time for us to work together and help you take your startup to the next level. So if you haven't checked all the information about Startup Chile and what do we offer, we can talk a little bit about the program. As you know, Startup Chile is an accelerator based in Chile. We look for startups that want to scale in the Latin American market, or are already in Latin America and want to scale to other markets in the region and want to use the Startup Chile networks to go global. So what are we looking for? We look for startups with a functional product and early validation. You must have at least an MVP that you were able to validate, let's say with a pilot or maybe with service, but you need to have some validation and of course a functional product. And you need it, and this is very important, you need potential to grow in Latin America or plans to build a team here and scale globally. The idea is that you can use Chile as a platform to grow. Chile is one of the most stable countries now in the region, and the idea is that you can take advantage of that and, of course, of the Startup Chile network to take your business to the next level. Um, it's for us as a public accelerator from the Chilean government, it's very important that you see Chile as an asset or that you consider the impact you can make in the country by coming to our program and participating of Startup Chile Seed. If it's that you're going to high talent because we have high qualified professionals here, is it that you want to test your product in Chile, is because of the fair trade agreements we have in the country, because of the stable economy, because of the cost of living, or because of the time zone. There's different reasons that can make you decide to come and use Chile as a platform to grow your business, and we want to know what's that impact that you are going to make in our country if you get selected to participate in Startup Chile. Very, very important. We look for technology-based companies, technology-based startups that are global, that can have a global impact, that are less than 36 months it has less than 36 months of existence since the beginning of the startup, since you started working in this product or service, and This is very important for our program. If you get selected, the founder will have to come to Chile for 6 months starting in February 5th to participate of our acceleration program. You might be wondering, what do we offer? Well, you can access to up to 45 K USD, $45,000 equity free. This is the 30K we give to every startup that is selected to participate in our program, and also the best startups of the generation are going to access to 15K more. This is an extra fund that will be given to the best startups by the end of the program. So through Startup Chile, you can access to up to 45K equity free. Of course, as we invite you to come to our country and to work here, we offer you a working visa, 1 year working visa, easily renewable. And of course, we also help you through the whole process of arriving to Chile, getting your visa, and everything you need to set up to come to the program. So we are going to help you through the whole process if you get selected. Other things, other great things you can access through Startup Chile. Of course, we have an amazing cowork. We are here right now, so you can see in the back some of the entrepreneurs from previous generations are working. We just came and moved to this cowork a few weeks ago, so we are very excited because this is a great place to be and it's a great place to work. And of course, if you get selected, you're going to get free access to this amazing office. We also have amazing perks with our partners like Amazon, Microsoft. They are always willing to help on our entrepreneurs, and that's why if you get selected, you will access to more than $100,000 in perks given by our awesome sponsors and partners. We also have access to follow-on funds that are going to help you scale. So once you go through Startup Chile, we know you're going to need some extra cash to keep your business growing, and that's why through the scale funds, follow-on funds that we have in our network, you can access to more than $90,000 um, as follow-on funds. Of course, the program, as we mentioned, it's an acceleration program. So you are going to get 6 months of training. This comes with access to a large network of mentors, investors, companies, and entrepreneurs from different countries. The Startup Chile network has more than 1,400 startups. That's about 3,600 entrepreneurs from 81 different countries. So it's a huge network that you can access just by being part of Startup Chile. And of course, we work in what we call an open acceleration model where we focus on the knowledge that we can give you. We track your progress and we make connections to help you grow your business to the next level. As we said, we are the co-work, so everyone is coming and buzzing around here. So let's go with the questions. If you have more questions or if you have questions after this Q&A, you can always contact us at contact@startupchile.org. But for now, we're going to start answering the questions that people that is looking at us is asking. So, Sin Ormeno, I have a question on the video presentation that is required for the application for the SEED program. Does it have to be strictly 90 seconds? Is it all right if it goes up by a minute or two? So one of the things we are very strict at is on the application, you need to do what is said. So it has to be 90 seconds, not a second more. Of course, it could be less if you have a high capacity of resuming everything you do and everything that needs to be in the video in less than 90 seconds. That's fine, but 91 seconds is going to be deleted because, as the application said, the video must be 90 seconds. Christian Vergara, so he is asking in Spanish, but so he's asking if the applicants that are applying need to have a commercial validation done, or could be projects just entering the market with a ready MVP. So it has to be at least an MVP with some validation. That doesn't mean that you must have revenue, that you must have sales or traction. It could be that you with your MP you did a pilot or a beta testing, or that you did some validation before building the MVP. All of those kinds of validations work. So if you did a survey before doing the MVP, that counts as the early validation that we're looking for in the application. So Limberg Sanchez, to apply the information that I need to fill out in the form can be in Spanish or only in English. So the program is run in English. That's why we encourage people to apply in English. If you answer in English, you are going to get 1 point more. That means that if you do the application in Spanish, you are going to have 1 point less than the rest of the applicants that applied in English. So I highly recommend you to do it in English, but it's not mandatory. Jesus Guevara, what must be said in the video for my application? So all the things that you need to answer in the video are explained in the application, but of course you need to introduce your team. You need to tell us a little bit about the solution and why this is important. All the details of what must be in the video are already in the application, so take a look at that. And if you have further questions, just let us know. One thing that it's important, no animations are allowed in the video, so make sure to do just a simple video, show your face, show your teammates, and that's all we need. We don't need high quality video with animations or um, very edited. It's just a simple thing so we can get to know you, we can get to see your face, see your founders, and so we can know you a little bit in your application. Let's keep going. Constanza Lavado. Uh, Regarding the question about when it says what phase of development is starting, he wants to know the difference between a working prototype in development, of a pivoting prototype with users and clients, and a functional product with users and clients. Okay, so Constanza, a working prototype in development means that you are working on a minimum viable product right now. It's not ready yet, but you have something. If you put two pieces together, then it's a working prototype in development. It's not fully developed yet. It's not ready to work, but it's you are on it. That's a working prototype in development. A pivoting prototype with users and clients means that you already had your MVP or your first prototype, and because of the users and clients you got with their first prototype, you decided to pivot to a new product because the market showed you that you needed to do some changes so the product could fit. So that's a pivoting prototype in development. You already had a prototype you're, with users and clients, and because of this interaction, you decided that you needed to pivot to a new product. And a functional product with users means that you already have at least an MVP, a product that is working, a product or service with some users and clients. Let us know if that's the difference you needed to know or if you need more questions. And then the other question is until what point it's a prototype and not a product. A prototype, it's a product, but it's the minimum viable product. So the prototype could be an MVP, that is the first one, or could be the end product, that it's a product and a prototype at the same time. The difference is just in terms of the development of the product or service. Yago? So we are going to answer the question of Thiago Boys right now. I am making the video for the application and startup to it, and I have a question. Reading the material, I found that I have to make an interesting video to test my project. The point is, looking in the web, all the videos are about 2 minutes. So my question is, should I make a 96 seconds video or it's meant to be 2 minutes video? Yago, so what it's important is what it's on the application, and it's, if the application is asking you to do a 90-second video, then it should be a 90-second video. We change applications from now and then, so that means that the application for generation 18 is not the exact same application for generation 19, and that's the reason why you are looking at videos, a 2 minutes video. But in your case, in the case for application for Startup Chile Seed 19, we are asking for a 90 seconds video and not a 2 minutes. So make sure to do it on the right time. Diego Couto. We are currently working on our application to the seed program, and considering how important it's for us, we would like to make sure that everything is all right. Of course, that's what you need to do, and that's why we're here, Tiago, to answer all your questions before the deadline. For the first recommendation letter, we are planning to invite our mentor from Startup School Founders Track, but we are not sure about what's the right profile to provide most valuable insights to you. I mean, would it be better if we also invite our academic advisor, customers, or people that we have already worked with? Um, for the recommendations, the important thing is to get a recommendation from someone that knows your business and knows your progress from the beginning until now. It could be a mentor, it could be one of your customers, it could be one of your investors. We highly recommend to choose the person that know that you think knows more about your startup and your story through your whole progress of building the startup. If that's the case of the person in charge of the startup school, then maybe that's your person. But if you believe that maybe some of the customers that have worked with you from the beginning, it's a better recommendation, then I highly recommend you to use them. That this is up to you, but make sure that the one you are asking you to recommend. It's a person that can have a better view of your progress since the beginning and can talk about the founders and why this startup should be selected to be part of Startup Chile 19. Um, Vishnu Kadamat. I have a question on the video presentation that it's required for the application for seed program. Does it have to be strictly 90 seconds? It's all right if it goes up. Okay, so this is a recurrent question. Guys, we are very strict in our application. If we say one, then it's one. If we say two, then it's two. And in the case of the pitch video, it's 90 seconds. So it's not 91, it's not 2 minutes, it's just 90 seconds. So you should be able to give all the information we're asking in those 90 seconds. I highly recommend you not to do more, even if the platform is letting you upload videos that are longer than 90 seconds. We're only going to look to the 91st seconds of the video. We're very strict to this, and if you get selected to Startup Chile, you're going to realize that time matters in Startup Chile. So 90 seconds is 90 seconds and not 93 seconds. Do we have more questions? Okay, Diego Diaz. Uh, is there a problem if we have applied to another process such as an accelerator? There are still considered a seed if we had an acceleration process. So it depends what kind of accelerator it was. If it's from other countries or private accelerators, it's okay. There are some governmental funds from the Chilean government that can be mixed with Startup Chile. So if that's the case, let us know. Send us an email because, as the terms and conditions said, if you come from other programs with public funding from the Chilean government in Corpo, you cannot apply for Startup Chile. If you are talking about any accelerator over the world, then it's fine. We are not going to make a difference between the startups that have already gone through an acceleration program and the ones that have not. Of course, you being in another accelerator in the past, it's going to be great because you know how this works and how this rolls. In this acceleration program specifically, we are going to focus on helping you do business in Chile and Latin America in general. So maybe what you have learned in other accelerators can be also used to start growing your business in the country. Bien, Diego Couto with the question. Hi there, I have a question about recommendation letters. In addition to our mentor's recommendation, we're not sure about what's the right profile to provide the most valuable insights to you about us. I mean, would it be better if we also invite academic? Okay, so same questions as before. We highly recommend you to ask people that knows your business since the beginning to recommend you, or clients that have had a very good experience with you guys. The recommendation is very important because it's someone else telling us that you are a good startup and that we should select you. So think who is the best person to make that recommendation in terms of is he a person that is recognized in the ecosystem, or is he a good client that is making a good recommendation for one of their providers. So it depends on a case to case basis, but I highly recommend you to select someone that knows your path, that knows your process, and know what it takes to be where you are right now, and that can tell us that you have what it takes to be part of Startup Chile and to grow a global business in Latin America. Diego Diaz, in the video, has to appear every single person that is on the team we are hiring, so no. Diego is asking is everyone has to be in the video. The important thing, Diego, is that the founders have to be in a video. If you have a bigger team and you want to show all the faces of the people behind the startup, then it's great. But there's no need. We just need to meet the founders. Those are the people that it's keeping the startup going, and we need to know if they are 100% committed with the startup and if they are going to do what it takes to grow the business. But no need to show the whole team if you have a bigger team than only the founders. Sebastian Law, do we need to incorporate a Chilean entity in order to work with Startup Chile? So there's no need to incorporate the company for the application and the selection process. You can apply as a Chilean company that is incorporated in the country, or you can apply as a natural person. If you are from abroad and you don't have the company incorporated in Chile, you can apply as a natural person. Of course, once you arrive, we are going to highly recommend you to incorporate the company because that's going to make the process easier once you are here. But to apply, there's no need to have a Chilean corporation incorporated in the country. So, do we have more questions? Apparently, we just answered all the questions we have. So maybe we can start telling you some tips on the application. Take the time to do it. Sometimes it looks like very simple questions, but that doesn't mean that it's simple. So take a look at the application. You still have 3 weeks to finish your application or to start your application if you haven't started yet. Um, so it's important to take your time to answer what we are asking. Sometimes we see people that it's answering another thing, and it's very hard for the judges to evaluate when you are answering something else and not what they ask. So make sure to do the application as simple as possible. Try to explain what you do, what you are the best team to do it, what's your comparative advantage with the competitors you might have. Try to show us that you have an understanding of how things work in Latin America and let us know what's the impact you want to make in the country. As we said at the beginning, this is a program that intends to make an economic impact in Chile by helping startups that want to do business in the country and want to use Chile as a platform to go global. So this has to be a win-win situation where Chile is going to win at the same time as we are going to help you grow your business to the next level. So make sure that you are explaining the impact you are going to make in Chile. Try to answer as simple as possible. That's going to help the judges understand what you guys do. Do the application in English because that's going to be an extra point. And of course, take the time to answer to every question. The video, again, it has to be simple. There's no need to hire someone to edit the video. There's no need to do animations. Please don't do animations. We just need to get to know you through this video, and we just need you to answer just simple questions. So don't take a lot of time in doing this video, but just make sure to do this 90-second videos, not 2 minutes, and as simple as possible. Some very important things just to wrap up. We just had a last question. Diego Diaz. In this case, I'm the only founder and the only one working full time on this. But at the last webinar, they told me that I had to show a team because if I don't, I'll get 0 points in the team evaluation. So, Diego, it's not that we don't take solo founders from the application, but of course, if you don't have a team, you're going to get less points because we believe that the team is very important for the execution. But that doesn't mean that you can apply with your team. So you could be just you in the video, but let us know about the people that you have gathered together in this time to make this happen. I'm guessing that if you at least have an MVP, there have been some people helping you through the whole process, and it would be great to know who are these people that have been helping you. Remember that we are looking for startup with at least an MVP, and I'm guessing that at least one person helped you through the whole process of getting an MVP. So tell us about that person. Tell us about that people that have been helping you through the whole process. No need for them to be in the video if they're not founders. Franco Ruiz, Sofia, I met you wrong. Why? Wow, Franco, nice to see you. Um, and I know I'm glad to see you again. We are very glad that you are now thinking of applying to Startup Chile, Franco. I heard about the duration of the PPT, which is 90 seconds and not a minute. Can I confirm that, please? Yes, as it says in the application, the video it's only 90 seconds, as I previously explained. In the past, the video was 2 minutes, but sometimes we change things on the applications from one application to the other. And in the case of this application for Startup Chile Seed 19, the video must only be 90 seconds. And it was great that to know that you are thinking of applying, and we hope to see you, Franco, here in Chile in a few months. So as we don't have more questions, guys, very important things. I already said some tips on how to make a good application. Remember that we're the deadline for the applications is December is September 5th. We are going to close the platform at 5 p.m. Chile time. That's GMT -3. Take that into consideration. If you have been working on the application for a couple of weeks now, it would be very bad to miss the deadline. Um, we are going to have another Q&A in a week, so you can answer the questions you might have closer to the deadline. So the next Q&A is going to be on Tuesday 29th at 1:30, same time, same place, hopefully. And we hope to see you again if you have more questions. If not, we hope to see you in Chile once you get selected. And if you have any other questions, just reach out to us at contact@startupchile.org. We'll be happy to answer any inquiries you might have. We want to do this process as smoothly and easy for you. We know that applying to an accelerator is not easy, and that's why we have all the networks to help you do it the right way. So remember, contact@startupchile.org. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We are always answering questions, and we'll be happy to help you through the whole process. So have a rest great and very, very important. So as you know, the platform we are using for the application is Unoodle. If you happen to have problems with the platform, it's very easy. You just need to send an email to the support of Unoodle at support@unoodle.com. They are very fast at answering technical problems. So just send them an email and they'll be happy to help you with that. So have a great rest of the day if you are in our same time zone. Have a great evening if you are in another side of the world, or good morning in some cases. We are very happy to be here, guys, and see you in our next Q&A in a couple of days. Bye.